Why is it that even after decades, we still feel the sting of a love that didn't last? From the forever ink of Johnny and Winona to the modern cycles of Selena and Justin, we've watched the world's most beautiful people face the same heartbreaks we all endure. It's hard to watch these golden couples fall apart, but in their endings, we often find the courage to begin again. Today, we look back at the 30 most shocking celebrity partings of 2026. We'll explore how these stars found peace after the cameras stopped flashing, including one legendary duo who finally proved that closure is possible. On March 14, 2018, the world of young Hollywood was shaken when singer Zayn Malik and supermodel Gigi Hadid announced their separation after 2 years together. For those who followed their journey, it felt like the end of a contemporary fairy tale. Their story began in late 2015 at a Victoria's Secret after-party. Hadid, a rising star of the runway, and Malik, the soulful former member of the British boy band One Direction, felt an instant spark. By early 2016, they were the industry's it couple, blending music and fashion in the chart-topping Pillow Talk music video and the high fashion pages of Vogue. However, the romance wasn't without its shadows. Public critics often scrutinized Hadid's dating history, while family pressures mounted behind the scenes. Reports suggested Malik's mother found the Instagram model lifestyle too fast-paced, while Hadid's inner circle voiced concerns over Malik's fluctuating career compared to Gigi's meteoric rise. Despite the glamour of the Met Gala, the couple struggled with the typical on-again, off-again hurdles of youth, briefly splitting in 2016 before reconciling. Away from the flashing bulbs, they sought a quiet life, cooking together and watching television, trying to find normalcy amidst the chaos of fame. While their March 2018 announcement marked a somber milestone, many fans remained hopeful. In the world of young love, final is rarely the last word, and many believed these two were simply destined to find their way back to one another. In the high-stakes world of international stardom, the end of a relationship often leaves even the most famous figures looking for a familiar shoulder to lean on. This season, that familiar comfort appears to be found in the enduring friendship between pop sensation Harry Styles and supermodel Kendall Jenner. Following his recent break from director Olivia Wilde after 2 years together, Styles has reportedly turned to Jenner, who also recently ended a 3-year relationship with NBA star Devin Booker. According to insiders, the timing of their mutual heartbreaks has brought the two back into each other's orbits. Kendall is one of the few people who truly understands the level of scrutiny Harry endures, a source shared, noting that the two have stayed in touch consistently since their on-and-off romance between 2013 and 2019. Fans of the singer will remember that Jenner was long rumored to be the muse behind several soulful tracks on Styles' 2017 self-titled debut album. However, those hoping for a full-blown romantic reconciliation might need to temper their expectations. The same practical hurdles that plagued them years ago, namely, 2 of the busiest schedules in show business, remain a major factor. Styles is currently focused on his global Love on Tour trek, while Jenner remains at the helm of her 818 tequila brand and a demanding modeling career. While a serious commitment may not be on the horizon, the bond remains strong. Don't be surprised to see the pair ringing in the new year together. Whispers from the inner circle suggest they may soon be soaking up the sun on a yacht, proving that even if the romance has cooled, the friendship remains as bright as ever. For many young stars, a high-profile breakup leads to a period of retreat, but Dua Lipa is proving she is made of sterner stuff. Following her split from Anwar Hadid, the younger brother of supermodels Gigi and Bella, the Grammy-winning singer has signaled that she is moving forward with a laser focus on her professional life. Insiders report that Lipa is channeling her energy into her massive Future Nostalgia World Tour. After being postponed 3 times due to the pandemic, the high-energy show, which kicked off in Miami, features over 80 dates across the globe. For Lipa, the stage has become a place of stability, providing a welcome distraction from the ups and downs of her 2-year relationship with Hadid. The pair, who first stepped out together in 2019, reportedly struggled with the classic Hollywood hurdle, conflicting schedules. With Lipa recording in London and Los Angeles while Hadid remained based in New York, the distance eventually took its toll. However, the 26-year-old isn't just surviving the single life, she is celebrating it. Through her newly launched lifestyle platform, Service 95, Lipa has embraced the concept of solo dates. She recently shared her experience of taking herself out for a quiet dinner in New York City, penned under the title, Table for One. It's a sophisticated pivot for the artist, showing a level of maturity that resonates with fans of all ages. While rumors of a breakup album are already swirling, it's clear that for now, Dua Lipa is her own best company. The narrative of Kylie Jenner's personal life has taken a sophisticated turn recently, moving from the high-octane world of hip-hop to the refined circles of Hollywood cinema. While the beauty mogul is currently making headlines for her relationship with acclaimed actor Timothée Chalamet, her most significant chapter remains the 5-year journey with rapper Travis Scott, a relationship that defined much of her young adulthood. Their story began at the Coachella Music Festival in 2017, sparking a romance that was as high-profile as it was volatile. Over the next 5 years, the couple navigated numerous on-again, off-again cycles, eventually welcoming 2 children, Stormy and Aire. However, despite their growing family, a traditional domestic life remained elusive. Insiders noted that the two never shared a home, maintaining separate estates throughout their relationship. The primary friction stemmed from a fundamental clash in lifestyles. As a billionaire entrepreneur, Jenner is known to be a dedicated homebody focused on her children and her massive business empire. In contrast, Scott's career and personal preferences lean toward a rigorous social life and late-night festivities. These different focuses, combined with the recurring strain of infidelity rumors, meant that marriage was never truly on the table. By January 2023, the pair officially separated, choosing to focus on a healthy co-parenting dynamic. Today, as Kylie explores a more understated aesthetic with Chalamet, the end of her era with Scott serves as a testament to her prioritizing stability and her role as a mother above the chaos of the party circuit. For generations of Americans, certain couples define an era. Think of the intrigue of Marilyn Monroe and JFK or the glamour of Brangelina. For the modern age, that definitive star-crossed saga belonged to Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Known affectionately as Jelena, their decade-long journey was a whirlwind of young love, public feuds, and high-stakes drama. The story began innocently in 2010 over pancakes at a local IHOP, blossoming into a high-profile romance that made its red carpet debut at the 2011 Vanity Fair Oscar party. However, the mid-2010s brought significant trials. As Bieber navigated a turbulent bad boy phase and legal troubles, Gomez sought treatment to manage the emotional toll of her lupus diagnosis. Their relationship became a cycle of breakups and reconciliations, punctuated by tabloid-heavy moments like Bieber's 2014 scuffle with actor Orlando Bloom and a notorious 2016 Instagram spat that led Bieber to temporarily delete his account. After a final, hopeful reunion in late 2017, where the pair were seen attending church and riding bikes together, they hit pause one last time in March 2018. The saga took a definitive turn just months later when Bieber reconnected with and married model Hailey Baldwin. While rumors of a feud between the two women persisted for years, they finally silenced the critics in 2022 by posing together at a Los Angeles gala. It was a mature conclusion to a relationship that had lived under a microscope, proving that even the most complicated Hollywood chapters eventually reach a peaceful end. For many fans of the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield represented a rare kind of Hollywood romance, one built on genuine chemistry and mutual respect. However, after nearly 4 years together, the beloved couple has officially decided to part ways. proving that even the most well-matched pairs can struggle under the weight of a demanding career. According to insiders, the split was entirely amicable and free of the usual tabloid drama. "There was no infidelity involved," a source confirmed. "They simply grew apart because of their work schedules." The strain of a long-distance relationship became particularly evident in early 2015, when Garfield was stationed in Taiwan for several months filming the Martin Scorsese epic Silence. While they attempted to navigate the distance, the reality of their bi-coastal lives and separate filming commitments eventually took its toll. The two first crossed paths during screen tests in 2011, and their connection was instantaneous. By April 2014, Stone was open about her deep affection for Garfield, telling Vogue magazine just how much she cherished him. Despite the deep love they still share, they haven't been spotted together since a quiet outing in Los Angeles last August. While representatives for both stars have declined to comment, those close to them insist they remain on excellent terms. They continue to care for one another and maintain a close friendship, showing a level of maturity and dignity that is often missing in young Hollywood. It is a bittersweet end to a chapter for a couple many hoped would go the distance. For those who followed the cultural phenomenon of the Twilight Saga, the off-screen romance between stars Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart was often as captivating as the films themselves. However, after more than 3 years of a high-profile and often turbulent relationship, the pair has reportedly parted ways following a significant disagreement on Pattinson's 27th birthday. The rift reportedly began on May 13th, when Kristen's elaborate plans for Robert's birthday celebration fell through. Robert expressed a desire for a low-key evening with a small circle of friends, rather than a grand gesture, a decision that left Kristen deeply disappointed. This clash of expectations led to a heated argument, resulting in Kristen spending the night at a friend's home rather than celebrating with Robert. The split comes as a surprise to many, as the couple appeared to be on solid ground just weeks prior. They were seen holding hands at the Coachella Music Festival in April and shared a close departure from New York's JFK Airport following the Met Gala in early May. However, observers of the couple note that the relationship has been under immense strain since the summer of 2012, when a brief affair between Stewart and director Rupert Sanders became public. While Pattinson showed a remarkable capacity for forgiveness and reconciled with Stewart shortly after, the emotional fallout of such a public scandal often leaves lasting fractures. While sources suggest this current separation may be a temporary cooling-off period, it marks a somber chapter for a couple that has spent years navigating the complexities of young love in the spotlight. For many Americans who came of age in the late 20th century, few Hollywood romances were as captivating or as poignant as the one between Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp. Meeting in 1989 at the Great Balls of Fire premiere, they became the definitive it couple of the early 90s, famously starring together in the gothic fairy tale Edward Scissorhands. Their love was so intense that Depp famously tattooed Winona Forever on his arm, a gesture that defined a generation's idea of youthful devotion. However, when the pair split in 1993, the fallout for Ryder was devastating. In a recent reflection with Harper's Bazaar, she admitted that her life following the breakup felt like a real-life version of her 1999 film, Girl, Interrupted. Despite being at the pinnacle of her career with films like Little Women, Ryder struggled with her mental health and self-care, haunted by a sense of loss she feared she would never overcome. She once remarked that the love they shared was so deep, she wasn't sure she would ever find its equal again. Ryder's steadfast character was on full display in 2016 when she publicly defended Depp amidst allegations of abuse during his divorce from Amber Heard. While acknowledging she wasn't there for his later marriage, she insisted that the man she knew was good, loving, and protective, calling the accusations impossible to reconcile with her own experience. Today, Winona has found a different kind of peace. She has been in a quiet, devoted relationship with designer Scott McInlay-Hahn for the past 11 years. It is a mature, stable conclusion for an actress who spent so much of her youth navigating the beautiful, often painful, complexities of life in the spotlight. Watching these iconic stories, From the raw intensity of Johnny and Winona to the complicated legacy of Justin and Selena reminds us that even the most legendary romances have their seasons. It's poignant to see couples like Emma and Andrew or Zayn and Gigi part ways, but their journeys teach us that love's value isn't measured by its length, but by the growth it leaves behind. They show us how to heal with grace and find peace in the quiet after the storm. If these stories touched your heart, please like, share, and follow our journey. Tell us in the comments, which of these couples did you truly believe would go the distance?